Hello, my name is Bill Mitchell, a farmer's son with university qualifications in agriculture and in business management. I'm a past national president of the Association of Speakers Clubs and a fellow of the Chartered Management Institute. The first part of my career I spent as an advisor in various parts of the UK, helping farmers with their problems. And the second part as an independent consultant, trainer and project manager working in 8 East European countries on behalf of international aid organisations. Let me give you a brief insight into my lectures, which, as you might expect, are linked to farming and the countryside. And by the way, even the most serious ones still have a light dusting of humour. The first is a favourite subject of mine, the wonderful working sheepdog. I have used sheepdogs on rough hill pastures, on lowland grazing, and in all seasons of the year. You will hear about the all-important relationships between the shepherd, the sheepdog, and the sheep. You will also learn about the commands to the dog, either by using a special dog whistle or just by word of mouth. These commands are the key to making it all happen. You may like to know about what makes a really top-class sheepdog, what a good trained dog costs to buy, and for how many years it will be fit to work. These and many other interesting aspects will be covered. Meantime, one thing is certain: there can be few more satisfying experiences than working with an intelligent, obedient, and totally committed sheepdog. My second lecture has the title East European Countries After the Breakup of the USSR. Most of these countries were ill-prepared for independence. So many aspects of life had previously been centrally controlled that it was very difficult for them to adjust government departments, pass new legislation, set up new institutions, and train appropriate staff. I spent more than a decade working in these countries. My overall task was to introduce their agricultural industries, the main features of the market economy as practiced in Western countries. Happily, in this task, I was able to make a significant contribution, and in the process, some very good friends. My third lecture is about the fun and frustration of speaking through an interpreter. In international affairs, the interpreter is the eye of the needle through which all dialogue must pass. Therefore, the value of a competent interpreter cannot be overestimated. In long-term projects, the consultant may have a full-time, dedicated interpreter always at hand. Sometimes the interpreter willingly undertakes many of the tasks that a personal assistant would do at home, helping with directions, translating menus, making appointments, etc. Is it better to have a male or a female interpreter? You and I will have an interesting discussion about that and how regularly working and travelling together can lead to much closer relationships than those appearing in the job specification. I have always found the interaction between man's activities and the natural world fascinating. Hence the title of my fourth lecture, Who Cares About Vultures? Vultures must be among the ugliest birds in the world, and their reputation endears them to no one. About 15 years ago, literally millions of them began to die on the Indian subcontinent. They decreased so rapidly that 3 species came close to extinction and may yet be lost entirely. What was the cause? What were the many unexpected repercussions? Is anything being done about it? I will bring you up to date. And when you have the full facts, you might even be tempted to answer my question, who cares about vultures, by raising your hand and saying, I do. My fifth lecture the immediate aftermath of the war in Bosnia deals with my mission to that war-torn country. Working on behalf of the World Bank, my task was to identify the best ways in which emergency funds could quickly be deployed in order to get the agricultural sector back on its feet. I have never before seen such devastation, not only in the towns, but also in rural areas of the country where fighting had resulted in destruction of farm buildings, the slaughter of animals, and the mining of fields. Had the fighting completely finished when I arrived? No. Was it completely safe to work there? No. Was the final outcome of the mission as expected? No. But was a sense of humour still detectable among the ordinary people? Yes, it was. I will be happy to tell you the full story.